There's been a lot of talk in the last few weeks about the AI bubble and where we sit on the hype cycle. And I think that calibrating on the hype cycle is something that I'd like to do here in the next couple of weeks at some point. But it's very interesting to see some of the signs of disillusionment. AI is everywhere. People are just tacking it on to all kinds of different products where it doesn't make a ton of sense. There's still a lot of consumer and corporate confusion about how it can be used. And it's not at all surprising that with massive consultancies like Accenture just jamming this down people's throats, that we're going to hit this point of disillusionment. And in the data, you're seeing it in a couple of different factors in particular. One is in the cost of implementation of the various programs that are out there. The large consulting firms are charging hundreds of thousands of dollars to do road mapping, assessment, audits, etc., which is a little bit gag-worthy for organizations who don't understand exactly how it's going to be applied and don't see a rapid ROI from the implementations anyway, because a lot of the generative applications right now tend to round off the edges of bureaucratic or regimented tasks within the organization versus fundamentally changing the way that the organization works. Now, clearly, I think we're going to get to a point where we're changing the organization, but we're not there yet. And the other reason that's really driving concern is accuracy in the models and accuracy in the output. Now, this is a well-known feature/bug of LLMs. Hallucinations in particular are constantly cited as a weakness of the model. But it is the fact that the model can hallucinate, which means come up with sort of ill-formed connections from its neural network, that actually makes it really powerful for ideation and more qualitative tasks. And the issues that people have is there's still, well, a lot of people are expecting 100% output from a prompt, as opposed to it being an iterative, collaborative process where the human stays in the loop. And that is a huge mistake. If you're just abdicating your job or your authority or your delegation to an LLM, of course you're going to get bad information. You really need to make sure that you and your staff are treating it like a collaborator and treating it sort of like you would an intern or a new employee who happens to be super smart and super experienced. You can't just expect it to get to 100%. You need to be vetting it, you need to be improving it, you need to be iterating on it. Now, as new frontier models start hitting the ground, this is an issue that I think is going to be increasingly resolved going forward, but it is a problem right now. So overall, there is a level of frustration. It is entirely reasonable that people are frustrated because people have been out there selling them almost snake oil as far as this is the be-all and end-all that's going to completely change your business. It's going to have a 10x ROI right out of the box, and you can allocate your scarce people to other projects. And that's a ways off for sure.